The subject of paternity is in the news a lot lately, and people don't understand all the different aspects of it. So I've invited Tina Seifert here today to explain to us all the things involved in paternity and when children are born out of wedlock and situations like that. So thank you for being here.
Thank you. I agree. Lately in the news especially, or just in society in general, it seems that more children are born out of wedlock, that people aren't getting married before they have children, and that's a decision they make, and that's fine. But there are certain things that you need to know in order to make sure that the child's rights are protected, child support's being paid, and those kind of things. And that's when establishing paternity legally becomes the way to do that. In Florida, there are actually 3 ways for paternity to be established. One way is to sign an acknowledgement of paternity, and a lot of times that occurs when a child is born.
And this is the man and the woman both have to sign this acknowledgement?
Correct. Okay. Exactly. And a lot of times what will happen is a mother will go into the hospital, give birth to a child. She's not married. And many people think that she can automatically put the father's name on that birth certificate. But by law, she cannot. Basically, if a child is born out of wedlock, before the father's name can be placed on that birth certificate, he has to consent to that. And he also has to basically sign an acknowledgement of paternity where he's saying, yes, I am the father of this child. I agree that I'm the father of this child. And then that's a manner in which paternity can be established.
Okay, that's one. If the father agrees and the mother agrees, then there's no question. What's the second way?
Second one, which is pretty common and I think most people recognize, is there's an agency in Florida called the Department of Revenue. And the Department of Revenue enforces child support, or makes sure that child support is ordered in certain situations. And a lot of times the Department of Revenue will come into place when a parent has to use assistance from the state, food stamps or public assistance of some type. And what will happen is the Department of Revenue will then attempt to get child support ordered for the child so that there's another person paying those costs. And the Department of Revenue has the right to file a petition on behalf of the mother, basically establishing the paternity of the child and then going forward to establish child support.
So this would be in a situation where mom says that he's the father and he has not signed that document that agrees to that. So do they go with DNA and to determine that? Or?
They can, or you can get into court and the person may say, I agree, I am the father of this child, and then sign an acknowledgement of paternity in court. Or the court can order DNA testing, basically, and then they would have to submit to the DNA testing. And if it was, I believe the statute reads 95% probability or higher that he is the father, then it's determined that he is the father of that child.
Okay, and the third way to determine paternity?
The third way is to go through the paternity proceeding through court, which is under Florida Statute 742. And basically, that's when you file a petition, either the mother or the father, and you go into court and ask the court to recognize you as the father of that child.
Okay, so those 3 ways are the way that it's determined, and the child support is either through the Department of Revenue, or the woman can take the husband or the father to court and
Absolutely.
Demand child support.
Yes, ask the court to order this father to be required to pay support on behalf of the child. And that's what, men need to understand. It's just because a child's born out of wedlock, that doesn't relieve you of the responsibility of taking care of your child. Both parents owe a child a duty of support, and that's how the mother can go about getting that.
So people have come to you with this type of situation and you've helped them proceed
Yes,
with.
And it seems like it's been more often lately that people are coming to get that done. And a lot of times the fathers do that to establish visitation rights or to establish custody, that they want to spend time with their child and they haven't been able to do that.
Well, that's the kind of thing you like to help them out with.
Exactly.
Okay,
yes.
well, thank you so much.
Thank
Great
you.
information.